Hey, happy October, my earth signs, Capricorn, Virgo, and Taurus. I have something special for you this month. I'm using a different kind of deck just for October, and it's the Santa Muerte Tarot, the Book of the Dead. Highly recommend this deck. If you're into collecting decks or reading tarot, you should definitely get yourself a copy. It's a fun deck. All right, let's do our reading for the month of October. If you're new to my channel, please remember to like and subscribe. And if you have been a member of my channel, please leave comments. Let me know how we're doing here. All right, as we always start out with a message from the universe about the energy that's coming in for the month of October. And we have Be Bold and Make the First Move, the Cardinal Moon. Okay, be bold and make the first move. Now we're going to read for the house of interpersonal relationships. This could be family, this could be lovers, friends, just people. This is the energy around those relationships. Okay, we have Temperance in reverse. Let me show you the beautiful Temperance card. And it's in the reverse. So it seems the energy when dealing with other people, you don't feel like yourself. You feel a little off kilter. You feel sometimes that your relationships with certain people aren't balanced and maybe they're just one-sided. Maybe you're feeling like you're the one that's making all the reaching out, all the attempts. You're the one making the phone calls, the texts, whatever, and they're just not responding. It could just mean that, in a crowd of people, you're feeling left out. Sometimes we can be lonely in a crowd of people. In a relationship, it also can mean unbalanced. Maybe, your partner just isn't given you're given 100%, you're only given 50%. So that's the card for relationships. And let's see what we got in regards to your material world. This is material goods, resources, your household, finances, work, school, those types of things. And we have the Page of Cups. Check it out. Pretty cool, right? All right. The Page of Cups reminds us to always listen to our intuition. It's about, maybe having some new feelings or insights or thoughts about something new, about, a new passion, a new interest. It could also be a new lover or a new person that's coming in your life, but we're talking about your material items. So being that this card is the Page of Cups in your material world and your job and your school, it could be that maybe this is a time to explore new possibilities. What's a passion that you've always had? Maybe you've always wanted to be an artist, a teacher, or a songwriter. This is the time for you to pursue those goals, to follow your heart, your gut. If you're in the world of esotericism, I hope I said that right. One of the people that watches my channel, Moon Scarab, I'm sure he will correct me in the comments. Please do. But this is a time for you to really look. Maybe this is a time for you to look into your becoming a tarot reader or a different way of deviation. Maybe you want to read bones or rods or ruins. This is the time. This is the time to explore your passions. It's the time that you've grown, you've done some, you've got a good foundation, and now it's time to move to the next step. This card always reminds me of, you did 12 years of primary school, and now you're ready to become a freshman in college, right? The pages always remind me of like the freshman. Okay, you finished the course of study, and now you're starting brand new, almost like a new baby, but with a higher level. And like I said, this is a card of intuition and trusting your gut and listening to your spirit guides. Okay, it doesn't have it on this card, but most Page of Cups have like a little fish coming out, and the fish is kind of representing the subconscious or the conscious, just kind of like being in there going ba 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 ba. But yeah, so it's a great card. All right, let's look at your challenges for the month of October. Interesting, especially for this Earth signs, because you guys are very pragmatic. Okay. So for the Seven of Cups, I'm sorry, pardon me, Seven of Swords, we have, wow, this is, give me 1 second, I'm just enjoying looking at this card. I'm going to show you in a minute. It's a guy, like, basically, look at that. In his coffin, the coffin has hope and reflection. But the Seven of Swords is usually a card of stealth, of stealing, of cheating. So I don't know if this guy is cheating death. If this guy is, because it almost looks like he's zombied, you know, coming back to life. But this is a card. So the challenge is be mindful of either someone around you being sneaky and coy, or yourself feeling like you have to be sneaky and coy. But this is a card of, you know, basically stealth, of basically stealing. If you look at the regular Rider-Waite deck, this is a guy who has swords, and he's basically carrying them out in the night or stealing them from a campground. So just be mindful. That's the challenge of either someone that you can't trust, who's kind of sneaky and sly, that's around you, or you yourself that you feel maybe like the only way you could get ahead is if you start pulling some sneaky, shady maneuvers. It's kind of interesting because I'm reflecting that card, which is a challenge, in reference to the relationship card, which is the reverse Temperance. So maybe you're feeling like things aren't fair in the relationship, or you're giving too much, so you're basically trying to steal time away, or you're feeling that the other person might be cheating or just not being upfront with you. Okay, so that's the challenge for you to explore. That's a very interesting card. If I was doing a long reading, I could definitely do a deep dive, especially between those cards and some clarifiers. But like I said, this is a quick reading. I try to keep them under 15 minutes because I know a lot of you have to get back to work. And your strength card is the Ten of Swords, okay, in reverse. All right, let me show you this card. So I'm going to show you the upright position. Isn't that amazing? And you have it in reverse. So basically the Ten of Swords is, when you see it in other decks, it's usually a person on the ground and they have all these swords in them, like stabbed in the back, injured, many things impacting them. This is the reverse. Whatever damage, whatever harm was done to you, the strength is that you're able to move beyond it, and that you're able to remove those harmful people from your life. Whether it's permanently or temporarily, sometimes you got to block people on social media for a while, or sometimes you got to leave a group or a community. Sometimes the tribe that you belong to and you felt safe in really isn't your tribe anymore. So the strength is that you're able to do that during the month of October, and you have the strength to do it. It also could be in relations to these two other cards. Man, I'm telling you, you guys want to take me there. You want to take me there. I want to do a real long reading on this. Because there's just so much connection between all these cards. But, the long and short of it is that this is a card, and, the 10 of reverse is that you are able to remove yourself from harmful situations and from people who have caused harm. All right? Let's see the message from Spirit, and we are using our Moonology cards. I love this deck for messages from the universe and from Spirit. Okay, step out of your comfort zone, the North Node. So Spirit is basically, confirming. If you watch some of my other videos, you're going to basically see that by the time we do the reading and we get to the Spirit card, Spirit is usually confirming what we've already discussed, okay? So we just talked about this 10 of Swords in reverse as a string, basically saying you are now able to move away from those people who have caused harm. And Spirit is basically validating that by saying step out of your comfort zone. Okay, so maybe some of the groups or associations you were in were comfortable at the time, and you were comfortable being in them, and you were comfortable being the scapegoat or being the one that everybody, put their thumb on or teased or whatever, or feeling left out. That was comfortable. That was comfortable for you, because maybe it just felt easier to be part of that than to be alone, right? Sometimes we put up with stuff because we don't want to be lonely. We don't want to be isolated. But Spirit is basically saying, like, if that's your comfort zone, dude, you need to move out of that. That shit ain't working no more for you, okay? That's bad comfort level. Okay, we should not have to subjugate ourselves to people cheating on us and people causing harm, and people being rude and vindictive behind our backs just because it's comfortable. All right, it's time to move away, break free, and that's what you're going to do during the month of October. All right, so post, leave a comment, like if you haven't liked, and if you're new to my channel, subscribe. Love to hear from you and love to see you next month. Take care. Bye.
Like, comment, and subscribe.